On this week's show, joining Team Red, you probably have no idea who he was. Had an idiot, not swung a gate. It's Scimandan. We couldn't get anyone better, so we got Planarwalk. And their team captain, his face is the reason aliens won't talk to us. Red's rhetoric. Joining Team Vanilla, hanging about with the cool kids has finally paid off. It's Oscar G. This is what happens when you order Sir Sic from Wish.com. Ragical The Unhallowed Knight. And their team captain, who never shuts the fuck up, it's Brainy Beaver. And introducing your host, who once tried to run away from home, but didn't get very far with a refrigerator on his back, it's Fight the Tight Shirt, FTFE!
Hello and welcome to Stupidity is Not Right, the show about people who, despite all of science, physics and maths and reality, still think the Earth is flat. Because they're really dumb. Flat Earth is a conspiracy theory that's existed for decades, and there is a lot of different flat Earth theories because, of course, they can't even agree with each other. A few of them involve Magic Sky Daddy, but some don't. Even fewer include a minute amount of actual math. Well, numbers. Most don't, but the one thing that all flat Earthers do agree on is that the Earth is not round. And that's really stupid. A flat earther once told me that influential philosophers such as Pythagoras, Plato, Aristotle and Archimedes, who first posited many millennia ago the earth was round, are now all dead. And then he said, I rest my case. He's got a point, I guess. Flat earthers don't tend to do very well on tests. One flat earther was taking a written drive-in test. And the question was, if the blank is dead, the car won't start. And they wrote driver. A lot of flat earthers are into alternative lifestyles, like being a vegan. I mean, I've got no issues with vegans, but if a flat earther eats a vegetable, isn't that cannibalism? Okay, on with the show. We have 3 rounds to get through, and the first round is called Flerfs Say What, where I will show each team 2 clips of a flat earther about to say or do something stupid. The team has about 2 minutes to figure out what the stupid what stupid the Flerf has said. And then when the captain of the team is ready, they can make a final decision. If they're right, they get a point, and points mean, well, nothing really. It's not like there's a prize or anything. First up, Team Red, and over to Scimandan.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Thank you for gracing us with your presence, Dan. This might be the best day of my life.
That's all right, mate. How long is this going to take anyway? Because I've got like some meetings planned with like NASA and ESA and stuff.
Yeah, NASA gave me permission for you to be here for at least the show,
cool.
So it's cool. You know, I told my mum that the great Scimandan was coming on the show, and she said, who?
Good one.
So, ever since that first viral video, the guy swinging a gate, your channel's never really stopped growing, has it?
It has a bit, but not really.
Well, best question is, how much did all those viewers cost? And was it covered under the NASA budget?
Well, you'd know, mate, wouldn't you? So,
so can you just tell us quickly about when you found out when your viral video had taken off? You said you were on a drive.
Yeah, I was going up. The family were going on a holiday. It was like to an uncle's birthday or something, and it was about a 6-hour drive. Set off on the car, got to the location. 6 hours later, looked at my phone, and it just basically blown up. And the gate video was already about 500,000 views at that point.
You were like number 2 on trending or something, weren't you?
I think it was number 7. Yeah, it's number 7. Yeah.
We can all dream to get to the lofty heights of Scimandan. Well, thank you for coming on. You get to choose first. Would you like 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I'll take number 4, please.
Excellent.
But I'm not embarrassed for me, I'm embarrassed for you, because I need to go to this length to show you how ridiculous the idea that you live on a spinning ball actually is. Me standing in the pissing rain, it's soaking wet, you make your point. Hope you appreciate it.
Oh, I do, Del. Right, that was Del from Beyond the Imaginary Curve, standing in the pouring rain to try and prove a point to us. But what did he say or do next? Dan and Team Red, you have 2 minutes to have a think about what he said next. And when you're ready, Reds can tell me what you think that was actually said. Off you go.
I better just say a quick apology to Del, actually, because I once called him a scientific illiterate in front of a wet basketball. Apologies, Del. It should be a scientific illiterate holding a football. Just want to correct that.
I was going to say he's I bet what he's going to do is he's going to spray some water on a ball and then be amazed that it, slides off the ball, considering, the ball is right next to the earth. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty dumb. Planner, what do you think he's going to do?
Get pneumonia? I mean, he is standing in the pouring rain.
Yeah, I mean, he's standing in the rain with a hose. I mean, isn't the hose kind of irrelevant if he's in the rain? Could he just not, whatever he wants to do, just stand out there for a while?
Is it
True.
Is it just a really bad intro to a dodgy sitcom that he's going to make about flat Earth and globe earthers?
I'd watch a sitcom with Del in. That would be the most amazing comedy.
You tell me you've seen his like joke sitcom.
What?
What did he do? He did like it was like a roof or something. Oh, it was some guy used tools or something in this sitcom, and the whole time he was ripping the piss like that. The tools are level and straight and stuff like that. You don't see that?
No. But if there's somebody in the kind of flat Earth community that could be an actor or something, right? Pretending to play a part, I think it could be Del. And if that is the case, then he's an amazing actor. I mean, it's just, you don't have a character like that. But all right, team, what's your final thoughts, Reds? What do you think Del was trying to do?
I think what Del was trying to do was spray water on a ball, and it's going to be amazed that it runs off because, the ball is right next to the earth.
Yeah.
All right. Here is what actually happened.
Standing in the pissing rain, get the soaking wet, you make your point. Hope you appreciate it. Hey, found this shape. I've seen it in other videos of the ball earth with the oceans removed. Okay, let's try this. I don't know what's happening, but it doesn't appear to be filling up to the shape
He's
of the ball.
adorable, isn't he?
It seems to be running off the bottom here. I'll try this.
It's got an advanced experiment.
Again, it's running off the sides. I can't get it to mound up to the shape of the board. I don't know why.
Right, yeah, the Glaswegian wonder Del got extremely confused because the ball wasn't containing the water. I mean...
I just want to know, because that ball does look like it's being chewed up a bit. Like, does Del actually own a dog, or should we be concerned for Del here?
These are questions that I don't think we want answers to. But Team Red does get 1 point.
Listen. I'm just saying, let's not be concerned. Let's just laugh, okay?
Yeah.
If you remove the warning labels, the problem will eventually sort itself out.
Yeah, that's true. Flat Earthers are the reason why we need a warning label on some, like, toothpicks that say warning sharp.
They're the reason Pop-Tarts has instructions.
There's gonna be ones that say "Don't spray Gorilla Glue in hair." Now, I mean, unfortunately, that's gonna have a new one on the back.
Or
Over
warnings
to
on
Team
peanuts
Vanilla.
saying
All right, over
Nuts make it day nuts. I know exactly where you were going, Planner.
over to Team Vanilla and Oscar G. Oscar, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So the bill for getting to appear alongside Scimandan is going to be sent where exactly? I just need to tell the producers.
I got PayPal. I can pay you. You.
Cool. Right.
Well,
okay,
I just have to make sure that I get my payment from NASA first, and then I can pay Scimandan.
Yeah. Unfortunately, having Dan on the show was also part of the NASA budget, so there's nothing left. Artemis has been booked back till 2030. Flat Earthers are going to go crazy. So you've been in project management in the construction industry for a long time, right?
Yeah. At least 12 years I've been doing it.
Okay. So imagine you're managing a project and it's staffed exclusively by flat earthers. How do you think that would go?
Yeah, I would walk out like 5 minutes into that job.
Yeah, this building's not getting made. I'm going home.
Yeah. I'd be dealing with them like, why do we need a level? There's water over there.
All right, you get to choose what we've got left. We've got 1, 2, or 3.
I'll take 2.
Globe Earthers believe in people like Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy, Stephen Hawking, Scott Kelly. These are people, well, Scott Kelly's an astronaut, but, people still believe what he has to say. These are people that globe earthers look up to. And it's a shock to me. It really is a shock to me. You could tear apart each of these people let's start with Stephen Hawking, who doesn't...
Yeah, so there is CC, Chris from Westchester County, saying that he could tear apart people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Stephen Hawking. But what does he say next? Team Brainy, over to you.
Oof. Good Lord.
Well, no, I mean, you're laughing because you know damn well. Like, I can't even, listen, there's only one thing that he's going to talk about with Stephen Hawking. I mean, there's no way that he's going to talk about anything different here. By the way, is my feed coming through nice and clean for you?
You sound good. No one's saying that you're too loud like normal.
Easily, the image is smooth too. But anyways, I would think he might talk about the fact that he's got this wicked set of like wheels on him that he can roll around with, maybe like NASA technology that he boots around with. But I have to unfortunately default to the most obvious answer, which is like there has to be something about robotics with like his voice. Obviously, it's the number. The buddy's laughing because he knew damn well.
Ragical, what do you think?
Somebody else say something now. Go ahead,
what's
Ragical,
CC going to say next?
Well, I mostly know him from being wrong. He has his wrong song, where he is wrong and he knows he's wrong, and that's how you become a flat earther. But in this case, I'm just wondering why his hair is still good looking, because everyone has hair problems these days.
Oh, he does have amazing hair.
He is a spiffy hair guy. But I'm guessing he usually talks about the moon and how it is up there, and why is it up there. I'm not actually sure.
But he's talking about Stephen Hawking, so what's he going to say next?
Yeah, that he's a fake. I'm guessing that he doesn't exist. So everything is fake in his mind.
He's not real at all. Oscar, what do you think? What's CC going to say next?
Oh man, with CC, sometimes he surprises me with the bullshit he comes out with. But oh man, I have to go on the line of something, just because of not really his disability, his disease. Like, oh yeah, that he dreamt this stuff up. So that's why it's fake.
Okay, Brainy, you're the captain. What's Team Vanilla's answer?
It's got to be his voice. It has to be his voice. It has to be something to do with his voice. There's no other thing.
The voice
the
is
first
fake?
thing that when he started talking, the only thing I thought of immediately is like as soon as he said Stephen Hawking, look at Stephen Hawking. It's like it's gonna be something absolutely horrible, probably at the end.
So
of the
something
day.
to do with Stephen Hawking's voice. Well, here was.
I want to say that. I want to say that.
You could tear apart each of these people, let's start with Stephen Hawking, who doesn't even talk. Okay, and people believe what he has to say, but we don't really know who's behind that microphone. I'm sure people, might have beliefs and and might even know who's behind the microphone. If you're watching my video and you do know who's behind the microphone, it'd be nice if you could let me know. But I suspect it's probably NASA.
That's right. The evil NASA are controlling Stephen Hawking's voice. Amazing. Only in the mind of a flat earther. I'm going to give Team Vanilla a point there because that was pretty close talking about his voice. So far, 1-1. Well done. Right.
Anyone who's ever saw CC's first few videos when he was in his office, he used to make the video like a Fox Mulder monologue.
I want everybody to picture the old man being rolled out against his will, trying to sign to people around him. This is not what I want. They roll him out. They lock him in place in front of 1,000 people, and they go, everybody, Mr. Hawking, everybody. And he's sitting there typing, help. We are in a beautiful universe. Isn't it grand?
Everything gets translated to that. Can I just say the arrogance on CC here? I mean,
it's amazing.
Let me know. Let me know. The world revolves around CC with his spiffy hair.
Dan, you've done quite a few videos on CC, haven't you?
I've done a fair few, yeah.
He's always amazing.
3 or 4, I'd say.
Yeah. All right, so back over to Team Red and Planarwalk. Ahoy, hoy.
Ahoy,
I
hoy.
just need a
How's it
wheelchair,
going?
and there's a video in there, by the way. That's all I have to say.
You're back again after taking over from Reds last week. Good save. Reds, he did a really good job. You better watch out. He could be after your job there.
Oh. I gotta make a few phone calls. I'll be right back.
So, Planarwalk.
I'm not
Fight.
after his job.
Fight. You got the upside down filter wrong there. He's on the other side of the planet. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm being sent. I don't have the NASA budget.
Oh, you don't have the
install
filter.
filters.
The budget.
No.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
He's supposed to be tilted at a bit of an angle. He's not quite upside down. Eh?
So, Planarwalk, what is it like being from Australia?
Oh,
I'm not from Australia. I'm from New Zealand.
Yeah, isn't that the same thing?
Yeah, the tilt.
Well, kind of. I mean, Australia is actually the West Island of New Zealand.
Oh, right. It's just a little village in New Zealand. Is that it?
Well, no, it's the West Island of New Zealand. So I've got the North Island, the South Island, Stewart Island, and the West Island.
We all know that place does not exist. It's not even on most of the maps, for crying out loud.
I've just lost all of my subs from New Zealand. Okay, Planarwalk, you get to choose what we got left. We've got 1 or 3.
All right. Last week, I believe Team 2 made us go for number 1, so I'm going to choose number 3.
So this is from our friends at NASA, folks. The molecules are in constant random motion and frequently collide with each other and the walls of the container. And that's from our good friends at NASA.
Yeah, there is the arbiter of truth, Mr. Joshua Michael, telling us how our good friends at NASA are quite good at explaining what gas pressure is. But what does he say next? Team Red, just take a couple of minutes, talk amongst yourselves, and when you think you know, just give me some crazy answer.
What's going to happen next? What's going to happen next is I'm going to go right back to my original question. Hey, JM Truth, where's the missing 20 seconds in my footage? I'm still waiting for an answer. I've been waiting for months.
Did you not see I had him on the channel earlier in the week because he agreed to come on like early in the day, and he lasted an hour before rage quitting because I wouldn't agree with him on the assume meant fact.
I'm just this guy literally said, oh, there's 20 extra seconds in your footage, therefore it's fake. I literally play my footage next to SpaceX's actual feed and they match perfectly. But yet when you show this to him, he's like, oh no, there's still 20 seconds missing. Where, you moron? But anyway, what is he going to say? He's going to say something about the dome. Something
That's
about
so
the
funny.
fucking
Assume
dome.
means fact. I didn't have to rewatch that.
Yeah, no,
that's fantastic. Because
that's
assume is literally an anagram for like ass out of you and me bullshit. Like it's almost like completely not a fact. That is fantastic. Sorry,
okay, Dan, what do you think old JM Truth's going to say next?
Well, I haven't had much dealings with JM Truth, and honestly, I don't really know him, but it looks like he's about to deliver a sermon or something. I just...
You notice how he's outstanding
Dan,
in his field, right?
Yeah. Hey.
Dan, do me a favor. Hey, Dan, do me a favor. If you are going to listen to a JM Truth video, make sure you wear the proper protection. I mean, full oven mitts, face shield, hockey mask, whatever you got.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah,
there we go. Yeah, but Dan, question.
Yes.
Do you agree with me, though? Do you agree with me that he's going to say something about a dome? Because apparently people don't understand that gravity actually affects the atmosphere, and he is one of these idiots. So I'm thinking he's going to say something about the dome. What say you?
I would never disagree with you, Reds. So.
I know it's a bad idea.
There you go.
I think that whatever he says next is going to have spelling mistakes.
he's so bad at spelling that what he says is going to have spelling mistakes. That's impressive.
He took a modified grammar class. Give him a break.
He speaks with spelling mistakes.
Oh my god!
Grammar course.
He's one of my favorite flat earthers. He thinks that he knows physics better than every physics professor and major in the world. Yet he can't do the most basic of things and still thinks the sun needs fire. But Team Red, what is he going to say next?
I just want to add in the serious thing. I want to say that whatever he says is going to say something about the second law of thermodynamics, because you see he had a little quantum eraser slideshow. If you noticed. So he's going to say about the second law of thermodynamics and say how that means that gas cannot gas pressure cannot exist next to a vacuum, and so that therefore we need a dome.
So
Well, that's a good guess, but you're not the captain this week. Sorry, Dan. Yeah.
The crazy slideshow, is that just like the body of an email? Oh,
yeah, it looks like some that a 10-year-old did in Paint on Microsoft 95 or something, you know.
See how quick FTFE went over. He's like, everybody stop talking. Dan said something.
Well, actually, both are possible answers because, you know, both are equally stupid. So I'm actually going to let Dan choose this one. So Dan, you have two options. Option one is the dome, or option two is the second law of thermodynamics.
He looks like the type that would bang on about a dome. Let's go with the dome.
All right,
I'm going to say dome. Final answer.
This is what was said next.
And that's from our good friends at NASA. Of course, someone's going to say, but Josh, you don't believe what NASA says. Technically, that's true. Most of what NASA presents us, I have found to be pseudoscience and not correct. However, in this particular instance, according to what they've put out as far as gas and gas pressure is concerned, they are correct in regards to what genuine science is already established.
Yeah, so what he said was that NASA are only correct when it agrees with his preconceived notion of gas needing a dome.
Did he borrow that lab coat from Anthony?
Does it come with an egg?
So I can't give you a point there. So you stay on one.
That's fair enough. Boo.
Okay, back over to...
It's just amazing how stupid it was that he said. I wasn't prepared for that.
I know. You should always be prepared for it to be dumber than you were expecting when dealing with Flerfs. Right, back over to Team Vanilla, and I'm going to have a word with my producers. I asked for Sir Sic. No, that's not fucking Sir... Look at it.
Hey, you calm down there, FTFE.
See, the problem is that Sir Sic is a recluse, so this is the one you get. It's like the one you get, not the one you wanted, like Batman.
I thought it was
like that.
Yeah, I know. That's what he wants us to think. It's amazing, Dan. Hello, Ragical.
It's a good act, Sir Sic.
I was kind of offended that he's out standing in his field when I'm also out standing in my field. I mean, he doesn't even have horns. How dare he? He doesn't have a license.
So you've stepped away from the Flerfs on your channel, really, and you focus on a different kind of stupid now. How's that going?
It's kind of a similar kind of stupid, but the payoff is different. But with Flat Earthers, they just say the dumb and the video ends. But with what I'm doing right now, you know, the sovereign citizens, they have like the payoff with Windows losing. Yeah, they lose all the windows. And it's, I know. It's a bit more fun.
Whenever I watch your video, I'm like, bring out the taser. Bring out the taser.
my last one last week had a taser in his face. And I'm like, yeah, that's an improvement.
Mr. Zappy is my favorite character in your show. All right, you don't get to choose. All you have left is number one.
Well, I'll choose number one then.
But it's made out of something that came from Earth, which I suggest the Giants mine from what we now call the Grand Canyon. That's where they got the raw minerals to do it. And when you melt stuff into making glass and glass baubles, as it cools, you get bubbles coming across it.
Yeah, so there is Flat Earth Aussie Jesus already being freaking crazy by saying that the moon was dug out of the Grand Canyon by giants. But what is he talking about bubbles for? Team Vanilla, what do you think he said next?
Know all about his arguments of where the moon came from. I don't quite remember exactly how they got it up there. But
bubbles and
you guys,
space
why don't we
comes to mind.
talk? Yeah, you guys, do you guys have insight first before you go to me? But the only thing I will say is that my imagination, since we're talking about flat earthers here, is that it has to be some sort of like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of thing. I imagine it's like the first iteration of an Aero bar, is something to that effect, maybe like it was molten chocolate that was formed by the earliest Willy Wonka alive or something. I think that's where I'm gonna go with it.
Oscar, what do you
Willy
think?
Wonka? I don't know. Talking about bubbles, forming up. The only thing I can think of is if he's, the stupidity of the flat earther is, he's going to offer that as proof. There's air inside the bubble, so it's like a dome.
Oh,
that's where I'm going with that.
Ragical, what about you? What's grandfather dumbass going to say?
Grandfather dumb. You know, it's funny that I actually recognize them before I actually see them on screen. That's real funny. But first of all, I think I need to increase the beer size here because there's something weird going on.
Yeah, you need those when dealing with flat earthers.
Yeah. It's like so. There's bubbles in my beer. I'm guessing he has something to do. If this is a newer video about the bubbles in space, that you know the moon is inside the pool.
Non-sec video. So no.
What is a non-sec video?
It was footage from Non Sequitur show, I think, was it?
Oh,
not
that's
when
an
it
old
started?
video.
So it's
Oh,
guaranteed to be at least 2 years old at this
That
point.
was
basically.
at my second
that
flat
case,
earth debate ever.
my beer has to be bigger.
Actually. Yeah.
I'm guessing bubbles in space because
Bubbles
we're
in
in
space.
What? I'm going with a date inside the dome.
A date inside the dome.
Listen, we're going for a high imagination, right?
Printed in
a date.
bubbles.
There has to be a date in there somewhere for him, or else it's not crazy enough. That's the bottom line.
I'm not gonna have enough beer for this.
All right, Brainy, what's the final thoughts of Team Vanilla? What did Grandfather Dumbass say next?
Do we go serious or do we go joking?
It's up to you.
All right. Arrow chocolate bar, take one.
So you think it's...
just do it.
Roll it. As it cools, you get bubbles coming across it. Now, if we had a moon with all these craters on it, most of these craters face the Earth, which means that they were made from asteroids that only just missed the Earth or meteorites and made an impact on the moon and made these perfect circles. But if it was a bubble or something glass as it pops and cools down fast, that is a far better and logical explanation for why the moon has all these craters in perfect round bubbles. No sideways hits, all round ones. All.
Well, that's not true.
Yeah, well, there we go.
I love it.
Extra crazy. Extra crazy. He thinks that the reason that the moon has craters is because it was bubbles that were cooling on the magic thing. It's
hey, molten arrow bar bubbles. This is got to be a partial win minimum.
So wait, let me get this straight. He actually thinks that the craters are.
Wait, I'm Scimandan all of a sudden.
I know, the camera seems all switched around.
Yeah, hey, do I have all those subs too? God damn, hold on. Oh,
hey,
shit.
Dinosaur RP, Dinosaur Captain. Yes, I can go with that.
I'm still just shy of 5,000. 5,000. Hint. Cough, everybody.
I don't know why that switched over. That's weird. Let me put you where you belong. Give me 1 sec.
Scimandan's like 5,000. I made those while I was taking a dump earlier.
Wait, is Scimandan a double agent here?
That's right. Yeah, he must
you know what?
be.
The CGI. This is what happened. The CGI filter failed,
I'm
and
guessing...
now you all know that Brainy Beaver is in fact actually Scimandan.
Oh, no.
So I've been sitting on all those subs and just lying to all of you.
I can see the
voice mod is great.
I can see that teleportation from NASA.
Yeah.
Put him on the other team.
Brainy, I got my head stuck in the last teleporter I looked through. If you watched that video, so.
Brainy, is this how you're getting back at me for being a double agent not last week, but the week before?
What, taking a better position as a double agent, or what?
Right. My goodness,
Can this air filter down to YouTube as well? This is all I want to know. This is it a chance.
It's changed though on every single iteration of the thing. So what we're going to do is we'll go to the next. Right.
So you the teams. It's a new version, guys.
Go to the main camera, Emma. I'll sort out one
The
second.
beaver is gone. Oh, there he is.
Hey, I'm over here.
Right, so at the end of the first round, the scores are 1-1, and we're going to go into the second round. The second round is called Captain versus Captain, where I read out 5 phrases or ask 5 questions. Captain be Captain card.
Hold on.
Round 2 is called Captain be Captain, where I read out 5 phrases or ask questions, and the captain of each team have to answer me as though they were a Flerf. Now, before we start, each season has 20 episodes, and each... Yeah, Dan's in there again. So I'll get that sorted in a sec. Right, each season's got 20 episodes, and each team captain has 5 tributes that they can use. That means for the cost of 1 tribute, they can choose one of their team members to replace them for the round. Neither of you have used any tributes yet, and that's mainly because I've just introduced them. But would either of you like to use a tribute now and get one of your team members to replace you?
Should I?
Reds?
You know what? I'd like to see Ragical do it. Let's see it. That would actually be a blast, to be honest with you. I was going to find a plastic bag because I figured if I was going to do this, I was going to try to suffocate, just drop my oxygen levels below a threshold for a bit. And I think if we held it there for about 5 or 6 minutes, I could probably get myself to a position where this might be a bit of an easier task, because I'm not going to lie, this has gotten harder and harder because there's only so many times I can pretend to be 33 UC. So I would love to see Ragical take this one on. Let's see Ragical act like a Flerf.
Pretending to be a 33 UC, that's impossible. That is too dumb.
Hey, Ragical. Shut the hell up, Ragical. Hey,
Okay,
hey,
so
I'm trying to talk to FTFE.
We're having
That's all you gotta
Ragical
do.
in there.
It's easy.
Fair enough.
That's
All right.
easy.
Reds,
Stop
you
talking
there?
over me.
Reds, are you there? I think we may have lost Reds.
Oh, almost.
Oh no!
Almost.
Oh, there we are.
He broke his camera by glancing at it.
I know.
No, the connection here went to absolute shit because the stupid caused a pilot in the sky to just say it's not worth it anymore and crash.
Hey, Reds, I read a newspaper article today about your face and how they're going to use it for torture or for execution instead of lethal injection.
I think that is fake news, good sir. That is fake news. My face was outlawed by the Geneva Convention. They can't use it. They cannot.
This is a great article somebody wrote.
It's also copyrighted.
Yeah. Right. Reds, would you like to have anyone replace you in the Captain v Captain round?
Oh yeah, of course. I have to go with someone who has not only taken off in popularity, but is absolutely amazing at everything. So Scimandan, I'm sorry, it's Planarwalk.
Oh, okay.
I knew it. I absolutely knew it.
Wait, Planarwalk is here. I thought he was here.
Right, Planarwalk. So you get to take the place of Reds today. Let me just get you in here.
All right.
Hey, it's your problem now.
We've been doing it.
All right. Okay, NASA, deactivate brain functionality.
Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Right. So what we're going to do is we will read 5 phrases, and you both have to answer me as though you were a flat earther. So yeah, remove your brains and get ready for round 2. All right, I think the reason the cameras all changed was because Red's lost his connection, but that's all sorted now. Right, here we go. So we're going to go to Team Vanilla first. So Ragical, you get the first one. Ragical, what would you say if I told you that pilots use the globe to plan their navigation?
Well, which globe? I mean, I've seen simulations, and every time I see a simulation, they always use a flat model. So I don't know what you're talking about. There's no globe in a plane. You can't even fit it inside the plane.
Planarwalk, what would you say if I told you that pilots use a globe to plan their navigation?
Show me a paper chart, put together all these paper charts, and then I'll give you $100,000. And only if you can do that, does that mean that pilots use the globe. But if you can't, then...
Oh, it sounds like you've got some first-hand experience there. That's strange. But Team Red get the point there. Right. Okay, so Planarwalk, what would you say if I told you that humans have been to the moon and we're going back?
Fake news. Do you really think we went back to the... Do you really think we went to the moon? Why haven't we been back since? I mean, we went back to... You're telling me that we went to the moon in 1969. Nice. But didn't go back since.
Ragical, what would you do if I told you that humans have been to the moon and we are going back?
We're all kids.
Well, is the moon even real? I mean, we keep seeing it up in the sky, and every time I see something in front of it, it just looks different. It looks even bigger when I look at it, and I don't think we can actually go there, because if we went there, what would we even do there? It's inside our atmosphere. It looks like it's bigger than it's supposed to be. I'm gonna call CGI here. I mean, that thing is projected from some kind of NASA generator onto the dome. That's what I think
I just got Flerf bingo.
Yeah, I went down the list.
Ragical wins the point there for getting Flerf bingo for Team Vanilla. Right, Ragical, what would you do if I told you that? What would you do if I told you that Bill Gates is actually a good person?
Of course, Bill Gates is not a good person. He wants to put chips inside us, and he's like the biggest man on the planet. I mean, I don't even know how big he is. Is he like 6 meters tall? I mean, he's the richest man on the planet, allegedly. Where does he get all his money? Does he steal it? Does he just steal it from everyone?
Yeah, that's exactly how business works. You're too good at being a flat earther. This is worrying. Planarwalk, Bill Gates is a good person.
You can't seriously expect me to believe that Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Bill Gates is a good person because, he's got a lot of money. People with a lot of money are bad people. Like Elon Musk is a bad person because he has a lot of money.
So having money is bad. All right, Team Red get the point there. Arbitrary decision by me because this is my show. Right, so Planarwalk, is there any chance that you could be wrong about the Earth being flat?
No. I'm right. I'm an expert in flatology. So...
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Ragical, is there any chance that you could be wrong about the Earth being flat?
Well, if the Earth isn't flat, how come pancakes are flat? I mean, if the Earth is a ball, they should be balls.
Pancake balls get the point for Team Vanilla. Right, last one, Ragical. Ragical? Plagical. It's like a merging of Planarwalk and Ragical. I'd like to see that fusing.
I kind of feel like I need to be upside down, or well, my cow will fall off the planet. But hey,
Planical or Ragilar. Ragical. Have you ever read a physics book?
Well, why should I read a physics book if they don't even exist? I mean, you guys keep talking about all kinds of numbers, and numbers are not real. That's like what do you call it again? Like maths, and you can't do anything with maths.
I think they call it wizardry.
Maths is
actually.
Wizardry.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Maths is what proves it's actually flat. I mean, have you seen the equal sign? That's like 2 lines, and everything is in so it must be flat.
Planarwalk. Have you ever read a physics book?
Yes, I have, and it was indeed filled with wizardry. But yeah, I can now tell you what your future will be because I read a psychic book.
Psychic. Team Red get the point there. So
damn it, that was good.
At the end of that round, Team Red have. Get to main camera. Team Red have 4 and Team Vanilla have 3. Right, over to round 3. Round 3 is called What's in the Flues. Round 3 is about Flat Earth news stories. I'm going to show each team 2 news stories about the Flat Earth nonsense with part of the headline blanked out. The teams have to figure out what the blanked out part is. Same as before, the team gets 2 minutes before the captain has to give me an answer. First up is Team Vanilla, and we go to Ragical The Unhallowed Knight. Ragical, have you been happy being on Team Vanilla with apparently Dan as your captain there because the thing hasn't been corrected?
I called it a ringer because this shit wasn't working, so I figured I gotta win this. So.
See, this is kind of the problem I'm having with being on this team. I constantly keep getting interrupted by Scimandan. I mean...
Well, Scimandan's allowed to interrupt whoever he wants, isn't he? To be fair.
Well, I find it really interesting because he keeps talking without moving his lips, so I have no idea what's going on here. Is this CGI Dan or Scimandan, or is it brainy CGI? I don't get it. This is
I'm not sure.
Too advanced for me.
Okay, so you get first choice. Would you like 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Let's go with 1. Good start.
The headline is Wisconsin pharmacist who blank believes Earth is flat, FBI says. What is the part of the headline that is blanked out there? Team Vanilla, you have 2 minutes. Have a chat and tell me what you think.
Oh. Pharmacist.
Ragical, what do you think?
I'm literally blanking out here. I'm guessing something along the lines. I don't know. FBI, open up. That doesn't really work in the center. But hey, grammar is not their best, right?
Oscar, what do you think? What did the Wisconsin pharmacist do that the FBI also think that he thinks the Earth's flat?
Oh, jeez. Given the state of a lot of things that have been going on here, to be a flat earther and be stupid, or just to be in a weird state of mind, I would say that the pharmacist who filled a whole bunch of opioid orders illegally. Because apparently that stuff's been going on.
Wait, flat out hero became a pharmacist?
Oh god, I hope not. There would be hundreds of deaths.
I prefer flat out to be the pharmacist then, because he's a much better scientism man.
Okay, Brainy, I think you've muted yourself.
Yeah, the way people like it. But listen, so I saw this article fair and square because it's not far from where I live. It's across the border in America, but this is not far. And we had actually our own incident similarly. So I want to say that the pharmacist allegedly wore his mask, followed all rules, and handed out lollipops to children. But properly with gloves and stuff. But the reality is that that pharmacist was destroying COVIDs because at least I'm sure of it because I saw this one. I read this article ahead of time. It's happened twice in America now, and I believe that they're being charged with a huge, they're charging them with tampering with medicine and stuff like that, a bunch of charges. But yeah,
Okay,
I'm going with
answer
because
then?
I know this article.
Okay,
Yeah, because I read this one ahead of time. Yeah.
Here's what the article said.
Cheating. I'm cheating like that.
Wisconsin pharmacist who destroyed more than 500 vaccine doses believes Earth is flat, FBI says. Yes, that's right. In this news story, they talked about how a pharmacist from Wisconsin who actually believes the Earth is flat left out some COVID vaccines from the fridge overnight to make sure they would spoil, believing that if he injected his patients with the vaccines, Bill Gates would get to track their location because he's batshit crazy. Yeah, well done, Team Vanilla. You definitely get a point there. Right. Over to Team Red and Planarwalk. Planarwalk. So originally on your channel, you covered gaming and stuff, right?
Yes, that is right.
Why in the living fuck did you switch to arguing with the dumbest people our society has ever manifested?
Well, you see, I met one of them in person, and I was like, when I first met them, I thought that they were just joking, but then I found out that they were serious, and I thought, I've already argued with one, why not argue with another? And then another. And then another.
Do you regret that decision?
I think there's a description for that. It's called intellectual masochism.
Yeah, you must hate yourself or something.
We're all guilty of that, I think.
I thought, they can't all be as bad as this one person.
Whoops!
Turns out that I was right. They were worse.
All right, you get to choose. What have we got left? We've got 2, 3, or 4.
Oh, let's go with 2.
So the headline is, Adam Wainwright says blank believe the Earth is flat during NLDS broadcast. What is the blanked out part of the headline there, Team Red? Let's hear what you've got. Scimandan? Oh.
Who's Adam Wainwright first?
I have actually no idea who that guy is. So who is he?
I think he's an American football star. Bit of baseball star.
He's a football star?
Baseball.
Baseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. I have no idea. Let me see that title again. Let me see it. Let me see that title again if I can.
Globe Earthers believe in
that's
people
the wrong
like
one.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Shush.
Damn it, CC.
So Adam Wainwright, who is a baseball player, says that believe the Earth is flat during NLDS broadcast.
Is it going to be something like all his teammates or all the baseball players or something like that?
Possibly.
I'm thinking that it might be something like that. He says all pilots or all scientists believe the Earth is flat. All NASA scientists.
Okay, because I don't know who this guy is, and I'm not a sports fan, I'm going to say I have zero idea. So I'm just going to come up with the stupidest thing that I think a baseball guy would say. I'm going to say Adam Wright says that because the baseball can fly straight, he believes the Earth is flat or something like that. The only reason the baseball isn't curving wildly out of control because the Coriolis effect is because the Earth is flat and motionless, man.
What about a curveball?
Don't
Damn,
screw
got him.
this up for me.
Can't use facts here. I'm not allowed.
Don't use too many.
Yeah. I don't know, Dan. What
sorry.
say you? What say you, Dan? What say you, Dan?
I don't know. It's something like it's something along the lines of he thinks that loads of people think that he thinks that the Earth is flat. Something like that.
So,
Yeah.
all right, Red, you're the captain. What do you think Adam Wainwright was going on about?
I'm gonna go with what Scimandan said. He says that a bunch of people think the Earth is flat, and that's my final answer.
Here is what was said. Adam Wainwright says half of his Cardinals teammates believe the Earth is flat during NLDS broadcast. Whilst having a press conference about his team's performance, Adam Wainwright also let slip that half of his team believe that the Earth is flat. I would have quit that team, frankly. Wow. Could you imagine being in the room with so many people? How many people is there in a baseball team? I don't know.
Oh my god, loads.
30 maybe?
Loads.
I think it's 9.
You got 4 on the bases,
that's
then you
how
got a
many are playing
batter
at
and
a
a.
time.
Yeah, you got loads on the bench, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but baseball teams have like designated hitters and designated catchers.
Oh, yeah.
They got a lot of bench warmers, yeah.
4 or
If
5
half
pitchers.
the team believes the Earth is flat, then how can they actually play the game? Because remember, there's a home plate and 3 bases, and flat earthers struggle to count to 3. So I'm confused how that works.
It's a good question. Right, okay, so you definitely got a point with that one. Well done.
Yay!
Yay.
Can I just say I'm kind of confused how you play a sports where you slap a ball around and you don't understand what balls are.
You forget how dumb flat earthers are. You've been dealing with sovereign citizens for too long that you've forgotten how
They might be a bit smarter,
I think that's what it is.
Well, they're baseball players too. The only balls slapping around they care about are the ones between their legs. So, I
It's a
mean,
good
nobody
thing we don't-
accused baseball, like sports people, of being the most intelligent people in the room. I mean, and I'm not saying they can't be. I'm just saying, like,
It's a good thing we
they're not
don't take our
scientists.
science from them, right?
I was going to say,
That's
Brady,
solid, yeah.
I played football for 25 years. Thank you.
I said it's not that they can be. I'm not a hater. That's it.
All right.
Tears him down. I just quit. Throw the wrench in.
Back to Team Vanilla and Oscar G. Oscar, as the community member on the panel today, were you nervous to come on being amongst greatness such as Brainy Beaver and Not Quite Sir Sic and the amazing Planarwalk and Scimandan or whoever that is we've got on?
I'm 1/5 Sir Sic now right now, so I'm getting there.
Well, I noticed it wasn't Sir Sic because there's no whiskey sitting around.
Oh, this is all beer here.
Yeah,
you got no horns or a cow.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I mean, the whole thing, yeah, Brainy Beaver and everybody else, but it was a Scimandan who I was nervous about. Actually, that's how I started watching you guys. I started with Scimandan, and from there, it opened up to everyone else.
Yeah, you need to stop saying Slimandan too much because every time you do, his agent charges me more money.
I'm sorry. It was part of my contract. That was part of my agreement for coming on. Sorry, FTFE.
Right, what have you got left to choose? We've got 3 or 4.
I'll go ahead and take 3.
Let's have a look. So, in this headline, satirical brand blank takes flight. What is blanked out there? Team Vanilla, over to you.
Satirical blank. Satirical brand. I feel like I should know this.
Ragical, what do you think? What satirical brand took flight?
I'm guessing it has to do with. Is it that dude who blew his rocket into the sky? Was that? Did he have
good
a brand?
old Mad Mike proving gravity in his final moments.
Satirical brand Mad Mike takes flight. I don't know. It has to do something with flat Earth, but and he's like the most prominent flying man in the flat Earth community. Wow.
I don't think Mad Mike was actually a flat earther. I think he was just a dude that wanted to see if he could make a homemade rocket and use the stupidity of flat earthers to, fund that. And I guess he died doing what he loved, but he
was a daredevil. That's what he was.
Yeah, definitely. Launching yourself in a homemade steam rocket would take some balls. But Ragical, so you think it's Mad Mike took flight?
I don't know, maybe.
Brainy, what about you?
I want to say window cleaning company, like dome, like like crystal dome, flat
Hey,
Earth
Jax.
window service or something. Glass so clean the sun doesn't even
Don't you
the
know
sun
that's what the
couldn't-
ISS
you know what I mean?
is?
There's a logo
The
in there
ISS
somewhere,
is
you
just
know?
a dome cleaning drone.
That's
Just like the
that's-
thing on the fish bowls, you know, where you clean the fish bowl with the little magnet. That's the ISS.
No, you're supposed to
You
get
got
those
it.
little sucker fish, and you get a whole bunch of them, and they just bomb around cleaning it up.
All right, Brainy, what do you think? What's Team Vanilla's answer? What satirical brand took flight?
I have to go with flat takes flight. Aw, this doesn't work anymore. I mean, unless there was an accident. Maybe
doesn't
it's
fit,
you know
man.
what? I want to go with flat Earth construction fall harnesses.
Flat Earth construction 400. Hear what was actually said in the headline.
So catapults or
Satirical brand Flat Earth Airlines takes flight. That's right. In this news article, they were talking about a brand called Flat Earth Airlines that were going to charter flights to the ice wall and show you what were in the lands beyond. But of course, it was just people taking the mick out of the stupidity of flat earthers. However, a bunch of flat earthers took this news article and said, look, see, even the mainstream pilot people are taking us seriously. Yeah, pilot people.
You know what? Buoyancy air. That's it. 100%. Or you can do uppity air. Uppity air.
That's a much better name, Beaver. That's actually that's what they should
And
have
then I'll
called
make
it.
Downity, and I'm going to make Downity Mining Co. Uppity Airlines and Downity Mining Co.
Well, here's the thing. There is a serious flat Earth university. It's called FTFE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck you.
Flat Earth Community University. That's
It
right.
is true.
Okay,
I
you
don't
don't get
even
a point,
think the
Team
natives
Vanilla.
have graduated from there.
Team Vanilla, you do not get a point there. And finally, we go back over to the royalty in the room. Dan, we were going to talk to you a little bit more, but your agent said you charge by the word. So whatever you're going to say now, can you keep it under 5 words, please? We've already blown our budget for the season.
Oh, it's gonna get expensive.
I can absolutely do that for you. No problem whatsoever.
That was more than 5 words. I don't know where I'm
All
going to
right,
get
the
this
budget
money.
is gone. Yeah, okay, end of the show, guys. Bye.
Right, yeah. So this will be the last
Oh,
episode
oh,
of Stupidity Is Not Right. All the budget for the entire season has just been used. Dan, thank you for coming on. I think that you are aware that what you have done has inspired a whole bunch of people to also do their own creating and debunking. So thank you for getting lucky and hitting the algorithm with that gate video. That was amazing.
It's nice to hear. Nice to hear, honestly.
Yeah, I think Team Skeptic's still annoyed that he was about the same as you until you got that that gate video.
Oh, 10%er.
Oh, yeah, that's right, 10%. What's the other name that you call Team Skeptic? Something about FIFA something or other?
No, he's my 10%er now. Nice.
10% team. Please, guys, check out Team Skeptic. He's awesome, but, you know, he is 10% of Dan. But, Dan, you don't get to choose. The last headline is number 4.
Okey-doke.
And in this headline, blank aids flat earth conspiracy theorists research suggests. What is blanked out there? What do we think aids the flat earth conspiracy theorists? Team Red, over to you.
Euthanasia.
I think that's more how to solve it.
He's a bit harsh there.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I mean, is it going to refer to a group of people like anti-vaxxers aid the flat Earth research movement or some garbage like that? Or no, Nikon. There, yeah, that's the. That's
Well, no,
the
it's the other
guy.
way around. Nikon, the flat Earth movement has aided Nikon, I think.
Pretty much. I mean, this whole thing is just a conspiracy for Nikon to sell more cameras. It's working. It's really working.
Planarwalk, what do you think has aided the flat Earth conspiracy theorists?
It's obvious. It was stupidity.
Yeah, but
I mean, you can't have
right.
flat Earth conspiracy theorists without stupidity. So.
He's not wrong.
He's definitely not wrong. Reds, any other thoughts?
No, stupidity was actually a pretty good one. I like that one. It'd be good. I mean, it's true.
My serious answer, though, is YouTube.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it could be YouTube.
All right. So
yeah, it could be YouTube or Twitter. So,
yeah.
Do we want to say like it's an internet platform like YouTube and Twitter?
Yeah,
Mostly on there, yeah.
It's gotta be, isn't it?
Okay, so let's say I'm gonna say final answer is YouTube.
All right, here's what the article actually said. YouTube aids flat earth conspiracy theorists, research suggests. Yeah, in this article, they were talking about how flat earth has spread thanks to the amount of people that are able to upload to YouTube and spread their nonsense. The internet has been wonderful, except that it's allowed the village idiot to step outside of their village and spread their idiocy all around. And well done, Team Red, you get an extra point there.
Yay!
I wanted to say that I would have.
That
picked
sound
sexual...
means it's the end of the round and the end of the show.
Finished.
Brainy, shut the fuck up.
That's what I keep saying, but he
I was
keeps
gonna say
talking.
sexual asphyxiation kits. It's always got to be lack of oxygen that assists. Okay, I'm sorry.
The final scores are Team Vanilla 4, but Team Red win with 6 points. Woo! That was in the contract that Scimandan's team had to win. So well done.
I knew it. Conspiracies are among us.
I want to say thank you to Oscar G, Ragical The Unhallowed Knight and their team captain Brainy Beaver. Thank you to Planarwalk and the amazing Scimandan and their team captain Red's Rhetoric for an amazing episode of Stupidity Is Not Right. Hang around for a brief after show where I will say thank you to any super chats, and I will link that show in the description if you'd like to watch it if you're catching this after the live stream. Come back next week for another show. Thank you everyone for being on, but for now remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat. Fight the flat.